In my last video, I mentioned I was going in for an MRI, and several people asked what that was all about. And my entire life I've had ankle issues, but things took a major downfall about 2 years ago. And here's 2 videos that I made actually about those things happening. The MRI did show that there's no fracture, which is excellent news, but there is a torn tendon. I'll be starting physical therapy this week. Welcome to not sauntering into silence. As you can see, I'm dealing with a bit of an ankle injury, and it probably happened a year ago that I initially injured it. It was this exact same time of year last year. I had actually met my goal to lose 35 pounds, got down to 149, and I don't know if it was maybe being a little bit weak or dizzy because of that, but I fell out of a sleeping loft. And at the time I was really worried about a cut and a concussion that I had. But the heel here was the first part that hit the ground when I fell out of this loft. And it took about 6 weeks before there was a bruise on the back of the heel before I could start walking. But then once I started doing sauntering again, periodically I kept getting this pull, or it felt like a bruise on the side of the heel, or actually the side of the ankle. And I'd just take a few days off and I'd be back walking again, maybe walk a couple of weeks and then might flare up again, and then I'd take a couple of days off. And I did this all summer. So last year I got in 1,000 miles of walking, sauntering out in the forests. I kind of always knew that I should probably get it checked out, but we do have a policy here during the pandemic that if it's really not life-threatening, not to go into town. So I kind of felt like it's okay. I can deal with it. Probably pushed it too hard, but it's never prevented me from walking. It's just felt like a bruise on the side of the foot. But 2 weeks ago, I felt like I was getting in really good shape, and I think I got in about 60 miles of snowshoeing one week. And the last day that I was doing this, I was coming back, and I felt the ankle just started getting weak and a little bit sore. It took a couple days off, but it never got better. So we went in and had it x-rayed. No fractures were detected. It's probably a ligament or a tendon that has been damaged. So I've just decided I'm going to take as much time as needed to let it heal. And so I'm going to take as much time as needed. If it doesn't heal, then I will go in and see a specialist if that's possible.
Guten Abend, gut Nacht, mit Rosen bedeckt, mit Näglein besteckt, schlupf unter die Deck. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gut Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum, der Christkind
My keys are on the desk. I handed back my shield. I had no idea how that was gonna feel. Turned in my uniform, signed off on my gun, and sort of drifted off into the setting sun. Rode out to the corrals, gave away most what I had to my compañero. He was with me good and bad. Traded for my saddle, returned the governor's tack, sold my shoe and outfit. There's no use in looking back. It was a fine run in the glory days, high up in the mountains where the eagles played. And I turned out my old horse after pulling on his shoes, swished his tail and loped away, and left me with the blues. I walked back to the barn, hung his halter on a nail, the last cowboy in the outfit. I had ridden my last train. It was a fine run in the glory days, high up in the mountains where the eagles play. The papers all got signed. It was my time to go. The rangering's all over, curtains closing on this show. Because the West we loved, because the West we loved, because the West we loved is not that wild anymore. Because the West we loved is not that wild anymore.
I usually specialize what's inside your head, but on the other, I can also work on the outside there. Get a little swelling there.